Hello world, welcome back to my podcast, or should I say my streams. I wanted to stream this video on YouTube, but unfortunately if you want to stream it on phone you need to have at least 1000 subscribers. And other than that I can stream on my computer, but if I want to stream on my computer I will have to show my face and it would be really difficult for me because I'm also using my computer to search about certain things or um, to check my blogs if I really need to answer some of your questions, and also to check your comments or questions if needed. So for now, until I get more subscribers, or I'm trying to figure out, or I will try to figure out what to do, I will like stream on Facebook and then I will post my video on YouTube so you can share it with your friends and comment on it, and hopefully I will gain more and more subscribers till I can finally stream on my phone. So today the topic is psychology of memes. This topic was chosen by some of you because I will make a poll every week and then you will choose which topic I should cover in my videos. And as always, there will be a cute plushie in front of your screens because, as I said, my words are more important than my face or other things. So today we have this cute bunny again. So psychology of memes. Um, so when did and how did memes started? So at the beginning, memes were not what we know them for today. So we have, as I was writing a blog about psychology of memes, I mentioned that we have genes and memes. So this was actually one of the first topics I had in my psychology classes. We were talking what are genes and what are memes. At that time, memes weren't as popular. They mostly were drawings of different people or of different expressions. They were more like comics, and suddenly they spread into videos and pictures and so go on. So what are genes and what are memes? So if you are familiar with biology and genetics, you know that our characteristics and other things are being transferred to another generations with genes. So if for example, if you get children or something, children, they will, for example, have blue or other colors of eyes because of genes and because of information genes are holding. But what are memes? So basically, if you want to survive a long term, you have to get your genes to another generation. But another thing is you have to get memes to another generation. So memes are like a group of cultural aspects, for example, ideas, religion, um, books, movies, so everything that is in our culture. Basically, if you are writing a book, that's your meme, and you will pass it to another generation. So we are trying to leave something for or next generations, and we can do that with memes. So memes are like ideas, behavior styles, symbols, so things we can leave behind. So this was the original idea of memes and genes. And then that term meme started to explain viral pictures or videos which are basically hold an idea, and that idea is copied so fastly that we could say it's trending and everyone knows it and everyone trying to copy it and spread it around. So we are like trying to survive in this world full of different information with spreading memes. And so if you are talking about memes today, you think about funny pictures, videos, or ideas which are spreading around the internet. When memes appeared, they weren't called memes, mostly they were called funny pictures or funny videos. The first thing I remember about memes are fail memes. So when I was in primary school, there were certain pages with videos and pictures on which people weren't really successful at what they were doing. Basically, you are walking down the icy street and you fall down, or you are like driving a bike and you get crashed into a pole or something, and under that picture or video there was a word fail. So every time someone made something stupid or funny or got hurt or something, we said fail. And I see this as the first meme I actually enjoyed and was sharing because it was really viral. So everything you could post on the internet and it was funny and people were failing, you wrote fail under it. And then I remember when I was going to secondary school, there were drawings of memes, so different characters with different expressions, and under it there were words like OMG and LOL and so go on. And there was actually a popular website called Meme Center in which you could post your video, your comics and pictures, and the most important thing it was that you were drawing them, and then suddenly more viral pictures were created and more drawings. And people kinda became lazy, and now you can basically edit a picture with saying, and that can be a meme. But the funny picture becomes a meme when it goes viral and when it gets copied and everybody knows it, and certain generations usually know the meaning behind it. So they usually are really short and you really need to know the context behind it, especially if memes are about anime, sports, science, and so go on. And yeah, nowadays everyone who is really active on social media, on the internet, knows what memes are. Surprisingly, when I'm asking um, asking younger generations, children, adolescents at my work, they usually don't know what meme is. So I believe that memes are maybe more popular in some countries, cultures than another, and with those who are really, really active online, like all the time for hours. And I think that they're more popular with adolescents and with um, young adults, and then people in emerging adulthood, which is between adolescents and young adults. And I will now talk why I think memes are not that popular with children and maybe other groups of people. So I see memes as um, some kind of coping mechanism. Coping mechanisms are those mechanisms which are helping you through rough times. If you are sad or you were in some really difficult situation, and one of coping mechanisms can be humor. So, for example, if you are in really dangerous situation or sad situation, you you can like laugh rather than being sad, and that can be a coping mechanism. Basically, I don't know, if someone close to you dies or something, one reaction could be like crying or being angry, but it also could be laughter, which is coping mechanism, because you are so sad deep down that your body fights against it with laughter. So that can be really normal. Or I noticed that in some stressful situations, such as, I don't know, when you're a doctor or a teacher and you have really stressful job, they actually joke more about things we wouldn't joke about. For example, death or surgery or problems, and that's their way of coping with situations. So I noticed that because memes and other funny pictures and videos became popular, more popular around 2013, I created this theory that the more the world is stressful, like we have so much stress on the world right now. For example, today I was looking on news, and there were lots of young people um, protesting about governments who don't do enough for environment. And then we have lots of crises everywhere. There is lots of academic pressure, and there are more and more memes, and more people are actually living in online world and are seeking for help which they cannot find in their homes or school, and so go on. So I believe that the more our society became stressful and hurtful, the more memes appeared, and they can be a coping mechanism. Also, because memes are not choosing the topic. Basically, every topic can be covered in memes, from sad ones to funny ones. If you remember, there were lots of memes when there was a fire in France in Notre Dame, and this was like a real sad event. Or like in Amazon rainforest, where there was a fire, suddenly lots of memes appeared. Or if you are searching deeper, you can see that there is lots of memes going on about depression and suicide, and there are lots of joke about it, because there is more and more suicidal people, depressed people, and anxious people, and they're trying to maybe cope with it by making jokes. And you might say that, you know, some people who got cancer started to joke about it, or some people who have certain problems are joking about it so they can cope with it in one or another way. And it seems that when there is really difficult situation in our world, more memes appear. For example, Article 13, internet neutrality, um, shootings and things like that. Memes are like everywhere. Or even when there was a fire in Kyoto Animation, there were some memes about it. Um, because I believe people need that to express themselves. Also because they are shorter and easier to read. And I believe and see that many people can communicate with memes. Not only memes with other things, but with memes in general. For example, if you are sad, you can send a meme, and the other person will know exactly how you feel. And they will say mood or same, or so go on. And I also was thinking about therapy with memes. So one of my friends and colleagues in college once joked that we should make presentation about memes and how we could use them in therapy. And I think that is a really good idea, because sometimes I'm noticing when I'm asking students or other people how they are feeling or what they like, they usually don't know. But I believe if I would say, okay, you can use a picture, well, I'm also like trying to them to use a picture or to draw something, so they can express themselves more, not only through memes but through music and other things. But and I believe that memes can be used for communication between clients and people in general who need help. So that's a short story about memes and psychology of memes. I'm psychology. Many things I will cover in my streams aren't really recognized or researched by psychology yet, or they are like in early stage of research. So many times I will say I made this theory, I see it as theory, while it's more like my prediction, which I could like check with proper research. But I call it a theory because in some I feel that in some fields I'm like the first one who actually ask um, certain questions about the topic. So I don't know anyone who analyzed memes, or at least from psychology point. So this was a short thing about memes and psychology and how I see it. So you can also make a comment or ask questions, because sometimes I don't really know what else to say and I shorten it up, or I don't find the right words. And so you can leave comments or questions, and I will try to answer them as much as I can. And Liam, don't worry, even if you're late, I will be here for at least 45 minutes. So, and I will always upload this video, this stream on Facebook, and then I will upload it to YouTube, because I want to stream on YouTube, but sadly I don't know how this happened, but you cannot stream it on YouTube unless you have 1,000 subscribers. And how I can get 1,000 subscribers in like a week? That's, for me, that's impossible. So psychology of memes is, I don't know, really interesting, because everyone is like, okay, what what is the meaning of memes? You have a picture, something is written under it, and that's it. And some don't understand why it's so popular, because um, some memes can be recognized as stupid or useless as some users or some generations of people. Um, and they are like questioning themselves, why are they so popular? So they're really interesting, because I don't know if someone ever answered that, and I believe it's because they're simple to understand, they're easy to make nowadays, because you can edit everything with your phone or your computer, um, and because you have lots of pictures on Google and other pages, and you can use them freely, at least for now, and you can easily express yourself with them, and they're funny and they can help you in many situations. So Lila asks, do you think some memes get out of hand, such as the Area 51 raid? Do you think there's any reason to why people go overboard. Yes, I believe so, that the memes are spreading around so fastly. This is first of all. And in my blog about trends, I also explained why and why they are so fast. So everyone wants to make a copy and get like 1,000 likes and things like that, but they can also get out of hand or overboard because they can actually harm people. In Area 51 raid, for example, it started as a joke, but then many people got serious about it. And you can only imagine what is going on right now, if where people, because people are coming there and there could be complete chaos, or if there is like some meme which is trying to hurt certain people or joke about really heavy topics, it can affect some people. Nowadays and on general, people think everything is a joke. Like, they can say everything is a joke. For example, on the internet, there is lots of people who are saying to one another, "Oh, you should jump through the window," and things like that. And they said, "Oh, I'm only joking." But things like that can also be really hurtful to some, and they can really do something to themselves. And also because behind the screen we don't really feel or see the person behind it, and you think, oh, everything is a joke, they will understand, it's only a meme. It's similar as in YouTube videos, it's only a prank or it's only a joke, but to some that joke can be really hurtful and something bad can happen. So, but why are people getting overboard? I think that first of all, like I said, you cannot see the person behind it, and the second one, people want to get more likes, and they're making so many copies of certain meme to get more and more likes and to become famous. Or you create one meme and it goes viral, and then you are kind of famous if you didn't forget to put your credits under. Also, with spreading memes, you can easily hurt anyone. And you don't even think about it. You only think, oh, this meme is really good, it's really funny, and I will go viral. And you only think about yourself. I think nowadays most and most people are thinking about themselves and don't really, especially online, and don't really think about other people. Not all of them are like that, but more and more people, at least online. I am seeing lots of coldness and lots of fights online, and it really concerns me because in real life it seems you cannot say anything because some will attack you or they will sue you, but online it is like, it is a free zone and you can say anything, even if there are like restrictions and so go on. And people just want to have fun and relax, and memes are one solution, but they can easily harm someone. And then Liam said that I actually thought about memes more recently because of the 9/11 anniversary. I see a lot of memes making light of it. I guess they're using that as coping mechanism, or they just have a dark state of mind or humor. I think that it could be both. Some have dark mind, dark humor, and are really insensitive about certain topics. They want to harm or they want to make jokes because they want to hurt. Some don't even realize what jokes can lead to, and some have that as coping mechanism. Like I said, I think the coping mechanism one is the most important reason why there are so many memes about hurtful things and dark history and so on. Also, maybe because certain topics are not really discussable or debatable in some countries and cultures, at least in serious way. So some are trying to present that discussion in another way, in meme way, or try to discuss it. So memes can be one media for it. And it's really difficult to know for sure what is going on behind it. I know if I look at myself, memes can be a coping mechanism and a useful tool to explain certain events and topics. Because they are simple, they have a picture and they are easy to make. Oh, I think that's a really good idea. Liam just said that um, if I can see pictures in the chat, so he could send a meme and I could analyze it. You can try and I will see. If not, I will see it on my computer. At least I will try to. And if not, you can post it on my page or send it to me and I will analyze it. And because I've never sent pictures on I went to my computer, so you can actually send pictures, memes, and I will see it on my laptop if I can't see it on my phone. I think analyzing meme is really fun and a challenge because there is so many possibilities what that person was thinking. It could be a joke, it could be a coping mechanism, it could be something harmful, they could be creative with it, they could try to talk about certain topics, get certain messages to us. It's like analyzing books when you can have certain symbol and you can um, see so many things from it. So you can actually post a picture meme on a chat and okay, so if it isn't working, try to send me that meme another way. This is a problem with live and other chats because sometimes you could do so much with it, but sometimes it doesn't let you. So I will try to analyze this meme. Okay, so I wish I could show this, but it says that awkward moment when everyone is serious and you start laughing. And there is a picture of two guys. I think it's from movie. I think it is from movie or something. And one is laughing and one is serious. Yeah. Yeah, so that can be a sign of no, everyone is serious and they are so serious that it's making you laugh. I think it's normal. Either you are awkward or maybe you are coping with something like you don't like the awkwardness, the seriousness. And if you look at how serious other people are, you can find them funny because um, their face can be really funny when serious. Yeah, and um, I think many can relate to this, like you are. there is a silence, and it is so silent and so serious that you start laughing. I think that's really normal, but it also depends on person. Also, because sometimes when there is a silence and everyone is serious, and your mind maybe starts to thinking about something funny, because either you can't think about something serious, or your mind is empty at the moment and some funny things are coming from your subconscious, or you are awkward, and laugh is one thing that makes you relaxed, and other will think that guy is or that girl is not serious. But that cannot, sometimes it's true and sometimes it isn't. And then the best you can do is ask them what's going on with them. Are they feeling awkward, or they thought of something funny? Our mind is a really strange place, because I know, I got a really good explanation. So humor is one of the coping mechanisms, and when you're feeling sad, you tend to like maybe listen to funny things, comedy, or listen to a nice, funny, or happy song, and that's then you're getting better. But in our brains, the sadness connects with laughter. So sometimes when our mind is not really strong, so we can't resist our impulses and our subconsciousness, when there is a sad or serious scene, our brain kind of remembers that it's connected to the funny part, and then you maybe start laughing because of that. Because all our in our brains there are lots of connections between different things. For example, you may have a group of information about school, and that is connected to, I don't know, your friends, your family, and different emotions. And when we are in a really difficult situation, some things which we hidden or which are well connected can come on the surface. So if one is using happy songs when they are sad, I believe that when they are sad, maybe they will start laughing, because that's one coping mechanism they were using. Like every time they're sad, they're listening to the story. It's like the similar thing with the theory of conditioning. For example, Paulo, which was who was conditioning dogs and food and bell, and when he rang the bell, the dogs were starting to drool, because their brain and their minds were connecting the food and the bell. And when we are like uncomfortable, we laugh. Or when we are awkward or sad, we can laugh. This is our mechanism, because if you are sad and tend to smile or do something you like, it will make everything better. So it is really normal that some things can make us laugh, even though they are not really funny. I forgot to say that coping mechanisms are really subconscious, and we cannot really control them, and they appear as they are. But with some coping mechanism, we have certain control. I don't know. Your coping mechanism can be that every time you're sad, you go outside and run or do some other sports. But some mechanisms are subconscious, and we don't really have any influence on them. And I think laughter is one of them, and humor can be one of them. well, if you are making means that's not subconscious, but who knows, because many things in our mind is not really accessible to us. So humor can be influenced by us or not. I think it depends. And so yeah, we some laugh when there is a sad scene or a horrible scene. But also in movies, some scenes are really unrealistic. I don't know, especially if you're watching, I believe, old horror movies and you like see all the strings and um, blood is. You can see that everything is fake. I think you really tend to laugh and you are not that scared. I also remembered, because I was talking about anime the other week, there is an anime about magical firefighters, um, in which there is a hero who is smiling all the time, and when he's smiling he looks like a demon, and he explained that he is smiling when he's shy and awkward, and even if it is a really sad scene or something and he's smiling, the viewer knows that he's scared and awkward, but others who see him think he is laughing and he is not really sensitive to others and problems of them. And that's a really good example of someone who was probably using smile as some kind of shield or something to help them cope with many things. And when you're shy and awkward and you are smiling or blushing, and some can think, oh, that person is insensitive, or they they have problems, but it's like a reflex. Coping mechanism can be like a reflex. With some we don't even know how they happen. For example, if you have some identity disorders, that can be a coping mechanism and you wouldn't even know what is going on. Yeah, I think many people are like that. They're laughing even though it is scary. Maybe because automatically we try to encourage ourselves to feel better. Same with sad scenes. And yeah, it can be really awkward because many people don't understand that you are actually don't do this on purpose, but it's sometimes mechanism which you cannot control. And yeah, it can take many years to maybe have certain influence or effect on it, but still, if there is a really tragic heavy situation, you could be laughing, and that's actually normal. But our society made up some rules and they stick to it. They don't try to understand others. The easiest solution uh, is difficult to find, as Dashi would say, but the easiest solution is to make assumptions and theories about something. Um, but I think we could like ask a person if they're awkward or if they're doing that on purpose or something, to get at least a small amount of information. Yeah, and yeah, of course, if you're trying to control and things like that, it gets difficult and more awkward, and then it can get even worse. So I think at that times maybe it's the best to like go to another place and maybe calm down and be back. Um, and like I don't know if I said it, but people will judge you anyway, so it's better to be yourself and then find someone who will understand how you feel. And yeah, Liam said that he's glad that we can see Bunny. Yeah, last week I started to stream when there was sun, and suddenly there was darkness, and I couldn't. If I stand up, I would reveal everything around me. So, like I said, the for me the most important thing is my voice and what I say, at least for now. And there is Bunny, and I will maybe use other plushes, but I really like this Bunny, and I'm really happy that I bought it on con next previous week. So if you have any other questions or comments about memes, it's very interesting how the more the world is has problems, more memes are created and posted online. And one really interesting thing is, like I said previous week about anime, that basically you took sadness and you put it in an art form like in anime to cope with it. Memes can also be like that, and many memes are dark and edgy about problems. And I don't know if our society is like that, that we need humor as coping mechanism, because you always feel better if you laugh and joke about it. But sadly that won't solve the problem, but it can be first easier solution, so you can calm down a bit and then think about the problem and solve it. And many are using humor as part of relaxation and coping with problems. Thank you for your comment. Yeah, that's why I think it is good to have podcasts, because, like you said, everyone can listen to it and not watch it. And it is easier for me because rather than giving you my whole energy into waving my hands and trying to look cool, I can use that energy to actually think about what to say, because I don't have a script. I was reading my blog about memes and that was it, because I have so many things to do. If any of you ever met a psychologist, or even if you don't, we have so much work, because there is lots of preparations, there is lots of thinking about you and your clients, or other things. So yeah, we psychologists use word client for people who need help, while doctors use the word patient. And no, I think it's like, because as a client you come to psychologist, you're like, okay, I need help. Can you help me with that? Well, with doctor, it's like they, if you are sick, they make, can I say, they basically, you need to go to another doctor and they need to figure out what's wrong with you, and so go on. You sometimes have to go to certain places, but in psychology it is important that you come on your own. Of course, if you're a child, your parents actually bring you, but most people come to uh, to us on their own. Their clients. Like, I think that's really smart things to say. And yeah, like Lila said, that some memes are super offensive but trend well, but when one doesn't trend and offensive, everyone hates it. Yeah. Um if there is a trending and everyone loves it, of course there won't be any hate. But so with memes, it can be double-sided sword. You can hurt with it, or you can hurt with it, but it's actually funny for most of people. Um, So it really depends, and I'm really surprised there was, as long as memes exist, there wasn't really no some news about offensive memes, or they were really, they didn't go to national television or something. Well, jokes yes, but memes in general, because there is so many memes about mental disorders that you are asking yourself, it is really good that we are joking, that they're joking about mental disorders or what. So it can be sometimes it can be questionable if a certain meme is good or not. So Liam sent me another meme, and before you go, Liam, I will just say my comment on it and thank you for being here and listening to me. And you can always check my stream because it will be uploaded here on YouTube. Uh, so you can watch it again. So there is a meme of a girl who is crying, and then it says like this: anxiety says, aren't you like worried? And me says, about what? Anxiety says, I don't know. And me says, oh my god, you're right. So this is a real psychological meme, because a part of anxiety is that you actually don't know the reason, the resource of what is causing you anxiety. You suddenly become really afraid of something and you actually don't know. Um, but it depends, this was like, I was studying about anxiety like this in secondary school. So with anxiety you actually don't know really what is wrong, what is going on, but you have like anxious feeling. But from my experiences and work, I can see that there is different parts of anxiety. For example, if you're working on it and really thinking about it, you actually can find a source of your anxiety. You can be either afraid of, I don't know, school, tests, a crowd, other people, going outside the house. But when anxiety starts, usually it's not really recognizable, or rather, um, you don't know what's the source of it. So I heard stories about people going to the doctor because they were feeling out of breath, and their chest area and heart was like hurting, and heart was beating so fast they thought uh, they thought they were having a heart attack, but instead they were having a panic attack. And doctors were like, oh god, with your heart everything is good with your heart, and they saw that it's actually a panic attack. So when it starts, you maybe don't really know what's going on, but it depends on a person, because some people really know themselves well. Especially I see that if you're studying psychology, you need to think about yourself all the time, and you actually, when, if anxiety appears, you can actually know why is that anxiety and what is going on, which can be scary thing or which can be helpful thing. No, so I will be here for maybe 13 minutes or half an hour more, because I really enjoy talking like that and giving my opinions and maybe my explanations. And so memes can also be a good tool to teach people about psychology. So lately I'm doing lots of Dr. Stone memes. And today or tomorrow I will probably make a new one, because there is new episode about it. Why? Because first of all, I might be coping with my anger or disappointment, because I really want Dr. Stone to have certain parts of it explaining how psychology not only psychology, but other sciences, social studies, or so on, how they really are science and can help us. So there is lots of Dr. Stone memes lately on my blog page. I also use lots of other memes to actually, I don't know, brighten the day about certain topics and things like that. But I try to be as much sensitive, and so it can be good fun but not offensive or hurtful, just to spread the word about psychology and what are my thoughts about certain anime and about psychology in general. So Dr. Stone will probably be still one of the most used memes on my Facebook page. So yeah, if you have any other questions about memes or psychology or internet cultural popular, you can always write it down or ask me in next week's stream. I'm also thinking that if I have time, I can make more streams, maybe shorter ones, because it is really it is relaxing me, and I can practice my English and think how many things I know about psychology and just help people in general, especially because, like I said before, this month is Suicide Awareness and Prevention Month, and we are getting closer to winter, and we are getting closer to certain holidays, which can be really stressful for some people, especially if they are lonely and don't have anyone around them, or if they are having problems in real life. So I try to teach and help as many people as possible, because if I can teach one person and that person helps another person, that's life goal. So Lala asked and said, I've seen a lot of trending offensive meme, but are there any positive trending memes? I haven't really noticed any. That's a really good observation, because I'm also noticing many offensive and dark and edgy memes, but not as much positive memes. But I think I saw some, especially with animals, but not really trending. With animals, I mean funny animal scenes or things like that. But I don't really remember any positive one, which is really interesting and also concerning. It seems that we are all concentrating on negative things and forgetting that there are also positive things. I will actually try, because I'm really curious, to find if there are any positive memes and what are those memes. Okay. So memes which I found some, and actually they are not the one which are trending. Basically, those are memes which are say, um, no, keep have a good day, or keep up the good work, or let's be positive. Basically, there is one meme trending which I recognized. It is the possum, and it says positive possum believes you can do the thing. Like I said, there are some memes with animals which are trying to be positive, but not many, or at least this one is, not many are trending, which is concerning. Or I also find some which are recognized. Where are there are two foxes. One of them is smiling. Oh, I lost. I'm searching for it and I lost it. But oh, find it. There are two foxes in snow. They're smiling, and it said, "While doing an important research, I discovered the foxes can in fact become a loaf." So basically, there is lots of memes with animals which can be positive. But yeah, good observation, because I also mostly noticed negative ones. And then Liam said, "I've always wondered why specifically highly stylized anime are memed. JoJo is very popular, especially is it due to its outlandishness, or is it just that good? I noticed there are a few cute memes like Nezuko memes from Kimetsu no Yaiba are very popular. I think if a certain anime gets meme, it has to be popular on the first place. Like JoJo is really popular, and Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer is also really popular. And Dr. Stone also has lots of memes because it is also really popular, because it was popular before it became anime as well. Um, and you know, when certain anime is popular and many people are watching it, and many people, majority of people only watches like one or two anime, and they are maybe rewatching it because it's so good, they are starting to notice some really funny and other scenes. Also noticed that if I really enjoy certain anime, I will make more memes about it. Right now, I really enjoy Dr. Stone, so there is so many memes on my Facebook page. It's obvious that it's one of my favorite anime this season. And then it also, in my opinion, depends on the humor. Like JoJo and Kimetsu no Yaiba are anime which are really serious about certain topics, but they also have many, many funny scenes. For example, Nezuko is like a comedy relief of that anime. She is really cute and she is funny. She's always pouting and is acting um, like a small child, and she's making funny faces, and many memes are based on either funny faces, especially in anime. Like I said, they have really good expressions for center feelings. um, and yeah, I think those are anime which also are really good in humor, but the humor itself is part of a story which is dark. Like Dr. Stone, if you think about it, is really dark anime because people were turned into stone and now they're like in Stone Age and they need to bring back the society. And in that seriousness, suddenly there are funny faces from everyone, especially Senko. And I think that could be one of the reason. Also, if anime is long-term one, like JoJo still going on, and for example Naruto had lots of memes when it was first airing. um, Pokemon maybe not so much, because at that time when I started to seriously watch anime, I noticed that many popular anime had memes at that times, at least a picture and some sayings. And of course, the Abridged series appeared, and there were lots of other videos like um, vines, and now we are here. So if you're looking, I'm seasonal anime watcher, and I can tell that you can tell by memes which anime is really popular because it has more memes. Not necessary because it has a really good comedy, but it also can be because many people are watching it, and most of them are only watching this anime, maybe two other, and they're noticing certain details and certain scenes, especially funny faces and so on. Because Dr. Stone, everything can be a meme because Senko is making such a such a funny faces, even though they need to be serious to restore the society. And yet JoJo is like a first anime that I am connecting with memes because there are lots of memes from it. So yeah, memes are everywhere. They can explain so many things, and people just like to, maybe not all of things are that serious. People just like to make new memes because it is fun, it is easy, you can share it with your friends, you can discuss it that way. It is easier than writing three sentences. You just share a meme and you and your friend laugh together. It's it's kind of a tool for communication. Well, there are also YouTube videos, but they're really long, and many times people don't watch it. But if you send a meme, which is short and can tell everything by only using picture and some saying, yeah, because of that, it can be a good way to communicate with others, especially if you don't have time. And they can be really creative. You have to find the proper picture, you have to write it as short as possible, and it needs to be funny, and others needs to mm, know what you're trying to say with certain meme. Yeah, like Lala said, nowadays if you send a meme, other other can reply with meme. And this is so true. We are like communicating either with memes, with gifs, or with smileys, or with stickers. And yeah, I agree with you, Liam, that anime is becoming a lot mainstream, and so that is helping by memes. And I noticed that if you see certain meme and you think it's funny, you will of course try to find which anime is that or which manga is that and try to watch it. And many times people say, and I also experienced that if you see a funny meme, you go and watch that anime. And it is also, yeah, a great advertising tool. Or if you see a certain picture and there you think, from which movie is that or what event is that, and at the end you can end up watching that movie or researching about the event. There is also lots of memes um, in which you can find, I know, The Simpsons, SpongeBob, and other popular things, especially because most people know it, and they make sense to them. But it all began with certain random pictures, not from the movies, but just random. But someone posted their picture and they thought it was funny and they turned it into meme. But nowadays everything can be meme. So yeah. Yeah, and yeah, you see certain part of certain anime or other, and then you get into it. because you're curious and you like the meme, and that's why it's so important. That memes are so important. Like I said, memes are the idea of memes is to preserve or to spread the culture itself, like ideas. And yeah, we use memes to spread ideas, to spread opinions, to maybe be creative. It is like form of art in a way, and everyone can do it for free. Everyone can post it, and if it goes viral, if it's really popular, then you tend to make more and more memes, and you can be famous for a certain amount of time. So I'm talking for quite long now, so I think I will slowly finish this stream and then try to upload it on YouTube as well. So if you have any other comment or question, you can leave it now and I will answer or comment it, and then I will end up this stream and then we'll see. Um, and then we'll see what to do next. I will probably have stream on Saturday, next Saturday, or maybe before. I will see how my schedule works and prepare for it. And we'll also make a poll so you could vote about what to hear next in my streams or videos. So this is only the beginning. I hope I will have more time in the future so I can actually talk about different topics I covered in Magnet magazine, because I put so much work into it, and it could be a really good idea to make a really short video about different topics just to show what I do and how I analyze certain anime. But for now, there will be podcasts. Maybe someone can join me in talking if it would be possible. Um, and we will see how this will work and how many people would like to see more of psychology and popular culture and culture on the internet in general. So if you have another question, you can write it. If not, I will finish this. And I will see you next week. Okay. Okay, so Liam said another thing. I just noticed that many people criticize you when you use old memes. They say it's that. It always annoys me because I don't think memes die, they just fade into obscurity. Everyone follows trends. I agree with that. Memes are never old, and many times old memes are never dead, and many times old memes um, come back, especially if you are trying to explain something and you don't find a new meme. And everyone follows trends. This is true for everything, and trends easily die, but even if they're died, they're still existing and they're still somewhere, if not in people's minds. And then that is how memes work until someone until everyone forgets it, or there is no one that can remember it, or no place that you can search for it. It's not that. And you can still go to meme center and you can still search for older memes, and um, I think it is really interesting to use old and new memes to explain certain things. Meme is meme. Yeah, it is supposed to make you laugh and to make you think and to make you comfortable and to socialize with your friends. So it doesn't matter if it is old or um, all new. And with that, I will finish this stream because it is 1 hour long or so. And thank you for both of you to joining me on this stream, and others who might um, stop by it and check what was going on this stream or a podcast. So thank you to everyone who is supporting me, and remember to observe your surroundings and to notice if people need help, because nowadays more and more people need help and there seems to be no one who is willing to help. So if you notice someone, at least talk to them, say hi, send them a funny meme or funny video, check on them. And with that, also try to think about yourself too, to be healthy and to be relaxed. And because if you're well, you will be able to help more people, so you also have to take care of yourself. And like always, remember that no matter what others tell you, you matter. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.